Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. We've got a viewer writing in who is confused between choosing either a Nikon D7200 DSLR or Canon 80D DSLR. Now, we get this question actually a lot. A lot of people for different uses, different things they like to shoot, looking at these two cameras. And it's because they're basically on the same level in each respective system. In other words, they are direct competitors, Canon versus Nikon. Now, in this situation, we have Dana J writing in. I hope I'm saying that right. And he says, "Hi, Matt. I'm Dana J from India, and I want to buy a camera. I love to shoot photos, but also want to shoot some video, wedding events, or parties. I have checked the review for Canon 80D and Nikon D7200, but my budget does not allow for the Canon 80D. Can you please suggest a good camera for photography? Is the video quality good in the Nikon D7200? I'm very confused to which one to select because Canon looks good in features, but the 7200 has good image quality. Please help. Thanks for your videos. I am watching all your videos. Regards, Dana J." Well, thank you very much for your question. My first point that I'm a little confused about is here in North America, in Canada, or in the United States, the 80D and the 7200 are basically, they are direct competitors, but they're also comparatively priced. You can usually get them right around the same price. So I'm just wondering, maybe that's different in India. Maybe that's why you're saying you can't afford the 80D. The fact that you want to shoot video, and especially for wedding events and parties, the 80D is a better video camera. And that's usually my deciding factor here when people are asking me what to buy between these two cameras. If they're solely shooting photography, I actually tend to lean towards the Nikon a little bit, although that changes too, because you may end up liking video and want to shoot video, and the 80D is a better video camera. It's got the fully articulated LCD, touchscreen, beautiful touchscreen LCD, great app to go with it, and you got the dual pixel AF, which is a wonderful thing, and it's also a great photography camera. I mean, spec-wise, the 7200 is performing a little better on pure image quality, but it's so close in real-world terms that it's negligible when you're actually just out shooting and comparing the two. It's, yeah, you can pixel peep and whatnot and maybe see something, but in real world terms, they're both 24 megapixel sensors. They're both very capable cameras. And if you want to shoot some video, I would take the 80D over the 7200. It's got that fully articulated touchscreen. It's got the dual pixel AF. To me, it's a no-brainer. So, if at all possible, again, I don't know, you're saying in India that you can't afford the 80D, but you can the 7200, which is puzzling to me only because here in North America, they're the same price. I'm assuming they're not in India. If there's any way you can get a refurb or a used decent 80D, then I would say go with it. The 7200 does have decent video quality. It's not actually the quality of the video that's a problem on the 7200. It's actually the camera itself and the ergonomics and what it's lacking when you're shooting video. In other words, there's no flip out vari-angle LCD screen, there's no touch screen, and there's no dual pixel AF. These are huge advantages on the 80D. And if you're going to shoot any amount of video, you're going to see very quickly that you'd rather have the 80D with those features and those advantages. So, if at all possible, go for the 80D. If you need to go, if you can't, then yeah, you can get away with the 7200, but you're really going to notice the lack of a decent autofocus system for video, and you're really going to miss having that articulated LCD that's a touchscreen. So I would really heavily try and get the 80D if at all possible. So that's what I would recommend. Let me throw it back to our viewers. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Go with the 80D if possible? Do you think the 7200 is a better option? Is there another option you might recommend? Actually, I'm going to throw in an addendum here. Just popped into my head. Of course, one of my favorite cameras right now, budget, entry level, but top performing cameras, is basically the SL2, because the SL2 is basically everything the 80D offers in a smaller, lighter package. 80D has a little bit more advanced autofocus system, but if you're a center focus recompose shooter, in other words, if you're not using the fancy autofocus system for tracking something, which you're probably not for what you're shooting here, the SL2 will do everything the 80D can do. And it has dual pixel autofocus, it has the articulated touchscreen, has the same sensor. It's basically just as capable. It's less price. It's about almost half price, basically half price. So that's probably my top recommendation, is if you cannot afford the 80D and the SL2 is in the same pricing strata in India as it is here. In other words, if it's about half the price, go with a new SL2 or a used or refurbed SL2. Save the extra money that you're going to save from there, get it into your lenses, and that's what I would do. That's my number one recommendation, actually, if you can't get an 80D. Even if you can get an 80D, the SL2 may be your better option because you can put the extra money in lenses. Again, let's continue back to you guys. What would you guys do? 80D, SL2, 7200, something else? Let us know in the comments below. Always great to hear your feedback. It's very helpful to our viewers and they're writing in. Always great to hear multiple opinions. Sometimes you guys will bring up something I hadn't thought of, and it's always good to hear back from you guys. Thanks for your question. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.